Hey, this is David Clayman, Junior Ree, and Elaine Tregerman, and we're here to talk about something that is seemingly unnoticed in modern paintings, and that's the presence of beer in paintings. And the first painting is Obvious Romance, and it would be by Brian Ubagi.
The title of the painting kind of sums up what we see in Obvious Romance. The colors are very warm, and the setting itself is romantic.
So Clay, I would have to disagree with you that the main point of this picture painting is the beer, because I feel like the title itself says it's Obvious Romance, and so I feel like it's not about the beer. It's more about how this couple, what they share, and how they're sharing this view together. And
I mean, I think that the title in itself is a pun, and it's sarcasm when he says obvious romance, and he's trying to say that it's really not about the romance and that it's about the beer, and now he's trying to slip it in there. And like, the title of my project is Seemingly Unnoticed, and it talks about how that little can that he slipped in there can go seemingly unnoticed to some, but it shouldn't to most. The next painting would be Beer Street and Gin Lane, and it talks about the division of beer and gin, and it's kind of two paintings put together into one, and yet they're separate.
Before I start talking about the painting, I really like the title, the way that he structured it with the double E, the long E sound in Beer Street and the soft N sound Gin Lane. I don't know, I thought that was really cool.
so I like the middle tower and how that is the center of symmetry for this painting, and the composition of this picture is that on the left side of this tower you have what the title considers as Beer Street. I don't know if the author's point of view, if the main point of this painting is that beer is like happy and gin is sad. I don't think that's the main point, but I think this artist is trying to come up with a point that just alcohol itself, it has both good and bad effects.
My third painting is Lemons and Bread by Pieter Claes, and this is a painting just of an evening meal that I don't know, just an everyday meal with chicken, bread, lemons, fish. And what I noticed when I saw this painting was the necessity to put alcohol in the background. And although me and Elaine disagree on what type of alcohol it is, I think it's beer, she thinks it's some kind of wine. But regardless, modern artists seem to think that alcohol adds a sort of elegance to the paintings, and they see it as a sort of necessity to put in their paintings.
I definitely agree that for this particular painting it was necessary because, as we all know, white wine goes great with fish, which is what they're eating, which is why I still think that's wine, even though it's of a lighter shade.
David, once again, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I don't think that that the beer is the main point of this painting once again. I feel like it's just saying that it's a compliment. I don't feel like the artist has a necessity to add the beer.
Kids see these paintings, they might think that beer is what's supposed to go with a meal, and that's not the message that we're trying to get through to society. So, yeah, thanks a lot for your input. Junie, Elena, you guys were great.